Do it.
Call him out immediately.
Please. I don't want to be wrong.
An excellent background.
Anyway.
My notes are, Holly is now your friend, and that's it. Cool.
That is true. Holly did become your friend. I think.
Good
that probably
job,
covers
past
most of
me.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Anyway, to kind of recap the general gist of what you guys have been doing so far, you have come to this lovely island of Swazun to help Carmine and Vale with their Vire research, because there is a facility, ruins, somewhere in this general area. You went over there, you trekked through some caves, trekked through some swamps, met up with a benefactor named Primarch Weismerg, who owns the land and is allowing you guys to go in, accompanied by his mercenary guards who are on orders to help escort you guys there. You guys went there, you found a bird, you befriended the bird, you killed some bullywugs, and you found the door. What? Who's anything about murder? No one's murdering anyone except bullywugs or their meat.
No, there's lots of murder.
Yeah.
You don't have to gloss over that.
Killed them
Without
because of lack
murdering
of
you
citizen
guys.
cards.
Not murder to you guys, just murder in general.
Not us. We're murdering people. That's fine.
Yes. So you guys made it to the ruined site. There was a door that you found out you had to collect a number of orbs to open. So while the mercs set up camp and guarded the ruins, you guys went out into the swamps to find the orbs, where you met with an old druid / swamp witch named Mother Core, who explained the orbs were handed out to various local denizens of the swamp. You killed the king of a lizardfolk clan who had one orb after he tried to feed you to a hydra.
Took our jug back.
Oh yeah. One, you
Doggy.
visited a Grung village and got through their traps, and they gave you the orb willingly. No murder there, so good job on the no murder. Followed by some more murder, as the last one was held by a coven of witches and their pet and/or master Aboleth, who
That was
started this
self-defense.
trend of traumatizations that seems to be going on in the party. But you guys got through it. You got the orbs. Unfortunately, after fighting the Aboleth, one of your party members was recalled back by their goddess. Early is missed, and oddly enough, in her place, teleported in a new person named Feline, who is now a wizard in fancy clothes, getting their clothes constantly dirty in the swamp. And as you guys were hanging back, an old friend returned in the skin of Karthos, who I'm pretty sure dang to troll to death as he enters in on a cool backflip. That may or may not have happened. That's how I imagine in my head. We're just gonna go with that story.
I like to imagine that I tried to shoot him.
In the skin of.
Yes, in the skin.
Before.
It's definitely Karthos, not someone in Karthos' skin.
It wasn't Karthos. It was Dan.
That's true. Oh yeah. Well, but you didn't shoot at Karthos. You shot at Dan, who appeared in the swamp momentarily. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dan in a Karthos
Exactly.
suit.
The official first meeting.
The party gets suspicious, and you take off the suit to show that you really are Karthos the whole time.
Holy shit.
Yes. On your way back camp, I presume there was a point where Karthos and Gentrana and Feline and anyone else who Karthos hadn't met were introduced to each other, because you guys were walking for a good few hours. It probably would have been weird if you guys just didn't talk to each other. I assume introductions were had.
Very possible that Gentrana did not talk to him.
More Gentrana didn't talk to him.
Where did this man come
That
from?
is, I leave that to you, the players, to decide how that may or may not have happened.
Needs a nap.
You guys made it back to camp with the orbs. You went to the door. Carmine did a thing, and the door opened. You guys went down an elevator into the base of what is a volcano, because I forgot to mention this ruins at the base of a volcano that is like at the edge of the swamp.
Oh.
You were going down the elevator, and actually, as you're going down, I can use pictures. You were heading towards this fire temple, upon which you fought a number of flying methods and acted quickly to get your defenses up so that you weren't burned to death by liquid hot magma. Upon landing at the temple, you were immediately accost methods, not
Methods.
methods.
You got some.
Yeah, funny in-world trait of this world. Methods can fly.
Oh my god! Holy
Methheads can fly in this world too, but only while they're on meth.
That's fair.
Sticking the landing though, that's the difficult part.
So yeah, you guys landed at the temple. You came across a contingent of fire newts who tried to very much accost you all. You instead decided to attack first and obliterate them fairly quickly. Definitely not using up a good portion of your resources in the first portion of this temple. That's not a problem at all.
Totally fine.
And as you guys went in, we come to where we are now. As you enter this dimly lit, smoky area of ruins, ahead of you is a shimmering blue, what looks like a wall barrier, behind which is this lovely fellow who just wants to see who's here knocking on his door.
Knocking on Dragon's door.
He says hello.
Knock, knock, knocking on the dragon's door. And that is where we are now.
Oh no.
So you have all approached this barrier, I presume? And just looking warily at this figure who is also looking warily at you through the barrier. Does anyone do or say anything?
Back away
Hi.
very slowly. It can't see you if you don't move.
I would like to attempt to hide.
Alright, go ahead and roll a stealth.
Definitely not what I was expecting to find inside of a temple.
I will use a telekinetic die on top of that.
Can you say hi, Dardish? Can you be
I would
very
like to say-
respectful?
I would like to say hello in Draconic.
So 12.
Total of 18? Okay. Then as you try to stealth over, you just kind of watch his head just kind of follow you as it goes to the pillar. Just look in your direction, looks over back to the group, and then focuses on Dardes.
I take
And it will let out.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I take two very slow and smooth steps, and I end up behind Gentrona.
Where am I? Oh shit. Where's Dardish?
Right in front of us.
Yeah.
Where is
No, wait, no bunching up.
I'm not hiding behind you. I am casting a spell on you. Real quick. Hold on.
Reminds me, I still have long stride,
what-
thankfully.
You still have Long Strider?
What spell?
Yeah.
Long Strider. Okay, if you already have it, then I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I made a purposeful note from last time. Because we,
Yes, okay. For the next hour?
Yes, it was activated during
Okay.
the Fire Newt battle.
Wanted to make sure.
Dardes.
Couldn't remember.
This being is going to address you in Draconic. I don't know if anyone else can speak Draconic, but if not, only you can hear this. The dragon speaks Draconic, believe it or not.
Ow!
This is shocking.
I know!
Terrifying.
He is going to ask you, who do you serve?
Tiamat.
And this only I hear this.
He's only speaking Draconic, yep.
I think.
You and Jintrana.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Gentron also knows Draconic. So yeah, you also hear that. But Gentron, you have probably, assuming, learned Draconic either like from people who speak it nowadays. This seems like a very old.
I learned it
rough
from
stuff.
Dardas. I learned it from him, so like, probably very modern.
This is a very different take on the Draconic you probably heard. You still understand him, but very different
Weird.
still.
In Draconic, then, I tried to serve the Dark Lady, but she would not have me. So I serve no one now.
Make an insight check.
Yeah, that seems perfect.
The dragon cocks an eyebrow at you and goes, "You don't serve the dark. That doesn't make sense. We all serve the dark lady. I mean, who do you answer to? Who is your brood lord? I'll have to reprimand you to him for this heresy."
Heresy.
Go ahead and tell him the truth.
Well, what- I do not answer to any brood lord.
I'm sorry.
I've been outcast. Oh, Karthos is just no.
Carthos is gonna
Sorry.
turn into a fight toast.
Sorry, multitasking. Karthos, with that, is there a general or save I have to make up first, or is that just to probe deeper? You're just trying to get the surface thoughts?
I am just doing surface thoughts. I am not probing deeper. Just casually listening.
Okay. All right. This dragon just eyes you up and down, and will then ask you, What happened that you can rebel so easily? This should not be possible. You should not be able to turn away if you were made correctly, assuming what was supposed to happen happened.
Made incorrectly. Many of us have been doing as we see fit, have you not? Heard of what has come from Dragonborn might?
Heard? Does it look like I can hear from down here? I have been stuck in this forsaken prison for centuries.
Can I roll a history to see, thinking of what he mentioned, like, if I was made correctly?
Yeah, go for it. And I'll say, because it's directly related to your kind, you can do so at advantage.
16.
My guidance, as I see Dardish in thought discussing with the dragon for a d4, because it is a range of 60 feet for me.
Yeah, sure.
So you can add a d4 to that.
Alright. 20.
Yeah! A dirty
Full
20!
20.
Lore,
So
lore, lore.
dirty 20 then.
Yes, dirty 20.
Alright. You know, Dardas, Dragonborn are not native to Savi. During the Dragon War, dragons came to this plane as invaders and forcibly made the Dragonborn from its denizens as an invading army. You suspect that while the dragons were reigning, they probably were not inclined to instill a sense of free will.
Especially thinking over that now.
Yeah, you suspect from what he's wording, he's assumed from the start that obviously you are a creation of dragons, you must be serving one of the local lords. Why else would he be asking after that, as it was originally the purpose of the Dragonborn?
Many of the lords are gone. Dragonborn here have their own wills and choices now. Not many who would see to still serve dragons, though.
Hey, not to make a flame pun, but can we avoid inflammatory statements?
Let's find out how
Damn.
strong that barrier is, baby.
Yeah. Listen, it's a bit of a hot topic, alright?
Yeah. One could say that things are heating up.
Possibly.
Kill both of you.
I mean, we did just get out of the skeleton into the fire.
Let me
Just
delete
make sure
this
I go
barrier.
down
Hang
in a
on.
blaze of fury.
Hold on, let me delete this barrier. There we go.
Ah, no! No, my worst fears! No, all of them! All of them!
You see the dragon kind of slump almost against the barrier. Just kind of mutter, "We have lost then. Is that what you are telling me? These are not your servants serving at your whim. And you're not a servant to... What do you want then?"
We are here to do research. Find out what has happened to these temples.
Insane!
You can't hear this conversation, sir.
So I don't even hear them talking in Draconic?
No,
like
you
in
hear them
statement?
talking Draconic, but you don't
Right.
you don't hear what you can't understand what they're saying. I don't.
Right, I'm sorry, my mic probably didn't I said, what's it saying?
Oh.
Like, putting it on the
okay,
pellet,
that's-
like, I'm terrified, please, clue me in.
Sorry, I didn't understand. I didn't catch that last part. My bad.
Harsh whisper plus
I'm
bad
gonna
mic.
whisper a translation to Roxy.
Sick, that's terrifying. Stay over here.
This dragon's gonna sigh, let out a puff of smoke as it does, and go, "My name is Golaraz. If you're not here to free me and bring me to the rightful land that we were supposed to conquer, I would demand you of it, but it doesn't sound like you care for your oaths, so leave me be."
In time.
I whisper to Dardas in common. So are we going? We leaving?
we will see what Carmine has to say on this, I guess. This is a much heavier situation than I was expecting to get myself into. I was expecting to just have to fight something.
Where's Carmine?
Carmine and Vale, while you guys have taken the Dragon Franchise, went over to this terminal here and are messing with a stone pedestal attached to a large glowing blue crystal, as it looks like Carmine seems to be observing and almost not really delving into it, that's not the best word, but like reading off of runes off of it.
Okay, if that's connected to the barrier, maybe be careful if that.
Carmine says, because I'm well aware I'm not trying to release a dragon on us. I'm reading their logs. And if anyone would be so inclined to want to read that log,
Yes.
this is the log on that console. And for those of you who were not here last time and want to read more logs from similar Vire runes, there should be another handout under that from the other runes you all encountered.
Did these guys turn into dragons?
Or somebody with fire ability. A fire ganassi, maybe?
I would like
What-
to inspect the crystal here.
Yeah, what are you looking for specifically?
Just to see if I can figure it out.
Oh, what exactly are you trying to figure out? Because
How it might. I guess Arcana is probably the way to go with what I'm thinking of. Just to kind of
if you're
understand
trying
more
to-
the nature of it and that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, roll Arcana.
One.
Got a pretty glow to it. Looks shiny.
What's a 13 tell me?
A 13. You not much. You were not that you were really excited. You do remember from the last temple that you were in. These consoles were similarly set up in the last temple, and from the most part, they seem to mostly be logs of the people who were in these ruins. Sometimes they did additional things, but for the most part, that was mostly dealt by Carmine and Vale and deciphering those things. For most of your interactions, they were mostly just logs from the people who worked in those facilities.
Olaras?
Are you
Draconic.
addressing him? Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
Draconic.
make a. He raises an eyebrow at you. Make a quick insight, if you would be so
Insight.
kind.
Sure. Get to that page. Here is.
He just looks kind of bored, just raises an eyebrow your direction, waits.
Why are you here?
I've been asking myself that for centuries, and I thought I had seen it all, and now here I lay, an unknown outsider speaking my tongue.
You're not here
Who are
of your
you?
own will.
No. I was supposed to be one of the first to lead this charge. Through the plains of fire, we came to this place, and instead of entering and being the first to wreak havoc and pave the way, I got trapped here. And the gate closed behind me, and I've been stuck here for centuries, like I just said. He slams
What
a
do you eat if
meaty.
if you've just been stuck here?
Alright, can you speak Draconic?
No, I'm just in common.
He does not acknowledge you. As he slams a meaty claw into the magma stone under him.
One's an
I pull a knife.
You pull a knife?
Just have
That's
it.
what I heard. You just pull a knife.
Just have it.
after
And one hand is up.
Who's doing what?
I wanted to continue the conversation with Vale. I wanted to ask her, that thing says something about a city of brass. Is that a place here? What's that? Is that like a city that we should go visit? Is that where we're going next?
Are you referring to the lock?
Yes. And the final
Okay.
paragraph mentions that they retrieve from relics from the city of brass.
I'm gonna make Roxy do a roll.
I was actually hoping for Vale to do a roll and I could help her.
That's what I meant. Sorry. I meant Vale. I was saying Roxy.
Great, I will cast guidance on her. Get that sweet sexual D4.
Oof.
Oof.
Not a great D4. Hope her roll was good. She's a smart girl.
It wasn't. She got a 15.
Did she get
With a
advantage?
15. No.
I guess
Unless
I'm not
you're
really
try-
helpful.
How-
I don't know
how
anything
are you
about
helping
it. I'm helping her by being very pretty and next to her.
Some
That's
might argue
actually
that might be
not
that
helping.
might be
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me think about this.
I'm gonna say with a 15, she goes, well, I mean, I don't know much about it, but if they're talking about the plane of fire, there is supposedly, from just general text I've read, there is supposed to be a city in the plane of fire that some stories have called the City of Brass. I'm assuming there's likely tied to there, maybe.
I say, oh, and Roxy does not understand.
Is
Come
there
on.
any possibility of getting to the plane of fire at our current power level?
I think we could get there with the temple, maybe, but we would instantly die.
Probably.
I don't want to get us there.
Carmine, still working on the console, goes, assuming it's like the last ruins, the thing I am seeking will probably be located somewhere in or around the fire plane. I don't intend to stay there long, but I do intend to grab what I seek.
If they've got a cool fake hand that shoots fire, I have dibs. Dibs right now. Cool fire hand. Dibs.
Fair. But
Why a
that's-
hand?
You got the lungs and the other fake body part last time, so I just, if there's a hand that I could like stick on. She makes like a sticking on motion.
Yeah, I still don't trust that.
I, speaking from experience with via body machine parts, they're not additions to you, they're replacements.
Hmm.
As long
Yeah, I'm
as
not
you
seeing a
understand
downside. Yeah, no, I don't see the
that.
downside.
Okay. Alright. That's
You
do you.
every morning.
Aside from body
Anyway.
modification.
Calm down about
Anyway,
the
yes.
dragon.
Thank you, Dardes.
This dragon is
Oh.
from when my people were enslaved to their will. He is that old.
Well, based on that, that seems to be more indication that we don't want to get anywhere near him. That being said, based on the quick going through of this control and what I can find, the room I'm looking for may be, well, past him.
That's what
Can
you're
we send
saying.
him back?
Mm, From this side, I am doubtful. Kind of just looked at the barrier.
Well, temple's a bust. Let's try the next one. Come on, what's next? Earth?
What if we informed him that we'd be able to send him back?
What would it take?
I would have to get to the other side of the barrier to actually know, but if you want to try to convince him, but by all means, be my guest.
I could try. I'm sure it's a better option than sitting here another God knows how long years.
I suppose that would be a strong incentive. What I do know is that this log seems to reference some kind of artifact that is powering and or used for transportation around this facility. I think we have to use that to get to one of the lower levels where this barrier seemingly connected to a power source. We disable that and lower the barrier, and hopefully without him eating or burning us, get past him. Assuming you think you could convince him not to eat us and or burn us.
He doesn't like me very much, so you better try.
Well, it's not trying to be rude,
Yeah.
but he will always look upon everyone else here as lesser beings.
That's fine as long as we get what we need.
Then forgive what you see. And hear.
Do what you must.
Gonna go back over to Velocine. Probably.
Oz is just kind of almost bored at this point. He's gone over to what looks like a area he's made for himself with the centuries to kind of just lie down. He's just laying on the molten rock, just looking boredly out, one eye on you as you approach.
I'll tell him a story. If he helps us.
I'll look over in your direction, Roxy, nod, and then go to do something entirely different.
This is fair. This is the proper reaction to Roxy's suggestion.
Dardus is gonna go and reach into one of his pouches from his charm belt. As he keeps a very tight grip on his palm for a moment, he will only let Volaros see. I whisper what that is.
There's the dragon's name for reference.
Volaros.
Oh, I was close.
Golaraz.
Missed the two Z's. How could I do that?
I know, right? It's
Is he an up and coming rapper?
Yeah, this is the hottest spot for that kind of stuff.
He's just been sitting around
Not more flame
fire. He's been sitting around spitting sick fire for the last 1,000 years.
Notice, Golos is gonna look down that, just kind of snort and go, "Did you not tell me not? I would say 5 minutes ago with time's lost all meeting here, but did you not tell me that you have forsaken her?"
I did say she did not see me fit to serve. But
I'm not surprised.
I might be able to get you back.
How? What could you possibly do?
The ones that are working with me. I have been learning as much information as I can with the intent of becoming worthy. Obviously, this is one step. Your return would probably be most welcome back in the fireplane.
I don't live in the fireplane. We use the fireplane. Access to this world. You would know that if we actually succeeded, which we obviously didn't.
And I would know of one house that would receive you.
He raises it. What house?
Nobles that have originally welcomed us here. Ones that still carry great power and fortune. Many that are eager to bend the knee to your might.
You're talking about this world. There are those still who would serve us? Serve me?
Give you a throne worthy of your might and legend.
Yes. Perhaps we could start anew. I'm sure that however many centuries I've been here, they could use an old hand to put them on the right path. Can't imagine whatever stopped us before to prove too inconsequential. Growing fat on their victory. Why should I believe you? You thought these were your servants, but they clearly seem to be your friends. Who's to say you won't just turn with the tide again?
Because there's already a bounty on my head. My own kind seek to kill me. Why would I bend the knee to them?
If you speak true, this is a sad day when the armies of Tiamat turn on each other. What exactly are you asking of me, or are you just willing to set me free?
I would only ask you spare these insects that helped you get free. Small request.
Free me and we shall see.
As you wish.
Perhaps there's some little obedience left in you after all.
I will tuck the item back into my charm pouch and give a deep bow.
I await your return. See what your insects can do. And if they succeed, well, like I said, we will see.
Now I'll turn back to Carmine.
Carmine will just go, well, that... I'm sorry, I don't know Draconic, I don't know how that went, but it didn't... I'd say it didn't sound great, but Draconic doesn't really sound like... I think it's hard to tell when things are going great or not great. No offense.
There is a chance. Though I'd imagine none. How well we demonstrate our ability to open up the barrier.
Well, if you're confident, I think we can open up the barrier. It might cause lowering not just the barrier, but some of the safety precautions around this temple, which may be perhaps detrimental to the overall safety of being in a volcano, but that's one bridge at a time we'll cross.
Understandable.
Also, I just realized I forgot to put the music channel, so I'm gonna put that in Discord. I forgot.
Something tells me we're about to be in combat.
No, I just forgot to do it. That doesn't mean you might not be in combat. I just realized it was just not up.
Yeah.
So yeah, per Carmine's what he's saying, he thinks this artifact that is being referenced in the log, he thinks you all could use that to get where you need to go to possibly cut off this barrier. Is there anything you guys want to do before doing that, or are you willing to proceed?
While we're entering combat, I gotta put my hair up.
I never said you're entering combat.
No, you didn't say it, but
You
you're
didn't
saying a
have
lot
to
of things that sound like it.
No, I just realized I forgot to put on music and it was just soundless for a while. You don't have to hear these wonderful mosquito noises that are no longer mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if it's got
Bubbling.
mosquito noises in the volcano, I'm gonna lose it.
Straight back to Mosquito
They're
City.
just everywhere.
No reason. There's mosquitoes inside a volcano.
Yeah, was there anything else anyone wanted to do before you followed Carmine's lead? Anything you want to investigate or look around for or anything like that?
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on the dragon?
Do not. Hey,
Actively fucking put out this
I
one
mean-
dragon looks at you like, excuse me?
There's nothing in the spell that says that the target is aware that they've been targeted.
except the fact that they can hear you cast the spell.
I'm going to do it very
I mean-
quietly in common.
I mean, you could try. Do you want? I will say before you start casting spell slots, Carmine said you can't open the barrier from here. You guys have to go to a different location.
Mm-hmm.
If that changes what you would do at all.
I mean, I can do concentration corrupting power.
You could try to cast it on them if you want. I just wanted to warn you. Are you gonna do that?
I feel like this is my fault because I mentioned combat.
We've all been thinking about it for like 5 weeks.
I've been fucking dying inside, and I'm so glad this man is old. Such an old.
Okay, let's hold off on it until the barrier is actually not a problem anymore.
Mm-hmm. Does it look like the pillars are the activators, or is this pedestals?
No, there's a room to the side that Carmine would beckon you all to follow towards if you're all ready to go.
Can I just do like a quick generalized investigation check for anything that looks like runes or inscriptions or anything useful?
Sure. Well, if you're looking for runes or inscriptions, I'd say that might be more of an Arcana check if you're trying to like decipher any arcane runes or
I
anything like that.
I can't decipher shit. I'm trying to find something for the mages in the group to look at.
Okay, you're trying to spot it. Sure, you can roll an investigation. Well, besides this big old guy in the middle, you
Yeah.
do know that there is a line of runes in here that seem to be sported by the barrier. On top of that investigation, you would also recognize, or at least note, this molten area does not seem like a feature of the facility itself. Like these rooms are not made with molten floors intact. It seems like everything on that side where the Dargan is has looks like it's turning into molten rock and seems to almost be creeping, but is being stopped by the barrier.
It's progressing.
Like, he or the volcano are actively melting shit.
Like it would push past if this barrier was gone.
If the barrier goes down, we're gonna get incinerated. Good to know. Okay.
I mean, you don't know for sure it's something that would immediately incinerate you. It's just with a 21, you do see runes that would just kind of show like this is some form of abjuration, a number of spells probably being used to maintain this. But beyond that, it's just something in 21 investigation what you would notice that something on this side is causing this to happen that doesn't seem to be an intended effect of the facility.
So he's not the only thing being held back by the barrier. Okay. I'll pass that on to Carmine as we move to the other room.
Okay. If everyone is ready to move on.
I would probably linger just a little bit longer after curtail the party. The last thing I'll say to Golraz out of sheer question. Have you seen a mite?
He looks over in your direction, just kind of smiles and chuckles. Not up close, but I was one of the first to come from our home. I've seen her. I've seen what she's capable of. I see you would like to know more. Learn what you could truly become, who you truly are, above all this rabble.
Yes. And I'm going to follow after the party.
Real quick before you do, I would ask you to roll to me personally, either a deception or a persuasion, whichever you feel is appropriate. he sees you scurry away. Almost looks a little disappointed to see you so quickly turning back, and he yells behind you, "Then get me out of here!" As you scamper off.
Alright.
So, you guys enter into the next room, somewhat cylindrical, with a platform in the middle. Do you all enter on? Or is there any last minute thing anyone wanted to do?
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm ready to die. I mean, survive.
Alright. Y'all get on. Platform descends deeper into the volcanic facility. And eventually it lowers and stops, and a door opens before you. The room you enter holds a platform that's sitting in lava. You see two large statues on either side of the platform, with a large rupee altar in the middle holding a brass bowl. As you all enter, the door will slam behind you, and before you can interact or try to open it, will seemingly mold into the wall and no longer be visible.
Where the fuck did you lead us to?
Deeper into the facility. That is what
Yeah, this
you
has
all
a whole
signed up.
like burn us alive kind of vibe.
It's the plane of fire. Well, actually, you weren't here for that, but it's still the plane of fire. You didn't have. You could have stayed wherever you went off to. You decided to come back.
I mean,
I didn't. I don't recall signing up for. Hey, burn me alive. No, 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 sir. No, ma'am.
Well, technically, you didn't sign up for anything. Everyone else did. They're getting paid for this job.
yeah. I mean, I actually signed on with
Specifically
the
in our
Archivian.
contract.
Yeah, he actually joined us.
There's a little asterisk in our contract that says may, burn alive in course of service.
Occupational hazard. They're not gonna learn anything
Okay,
from
but
standing
funerary
around.
expenses though.
The Archivian is very good about paying expenses, you know, for the most part. You see Carmine and Vale will walk up and start examining the altar.
Fancy place.
What would you guys like to do?
I want to look at the guys on the sides.
Yeah. Fancy stage.
All right. What are you looking for specifically? Just what they look like? What are you looking for?
Yeah, just to start out, just what do they look like? Can I glean any kind of information about, like, if it's just decoration or if they have a use?
So far, just what you see before, you see a stone archway with the one before you, this brass statue in the middle, almost human, but the features on the face almost not necessarily scale, but don't look fully human. There's something different there. Not hard to place, but not fully human. And
Dragon.
seems to have a large tome open, but
somewhere.
sorry?
Like dragon blood in there somewhere, like dragonish features, but on a human.
Not dragonish. You can try to roll. Uh, History or nature, maybe?
Hmm.
Good thing I got 0 modifiers on either of those.
Okay.
Hey!
Um, you're not an expert in the plane of fire, but you do roughly know that it's possible for perhaps maybe from stories denizens that may or not live there. This guy doesn't look dragonborn, and you remember from the Vire log up above, this seemed to be a perhaps a relic from that plane. If this is tied to that, these may be some kind of denizens from that plane of fire.
Hmm.
I don't have anything to do with that information right now.
All right. What would? Is there anything else anyone else like to do?
Kind of checking out this central altar, like especially since all of these relics seem to be like from everywhere. Like Carbine and Vale seem to be pretty interested in this. I'm just kind of taking in what the hell this is.
All right. So you're walking up to the altar then?
Yeah, not touching anything, just looking. I know touching might be bad.
Are you examining just the base of the altar, or are you gonna walk up to the brass bulk? I will say these here are like ramps that lead up to the brass bowl in the middle. And you see Carmen at least has gone up there and is examining it on his end.
I would out of curiosity. Gotta touch it though. The other parts of me is like, touch the orb.
Gotta fondle the ball.
Get the big brass ball, man.
Right. And if you go up to the bowl and examine it, looking in, you see remnants of what looks like charred bones, ash, various burn marks and stains on on the brass. And under it, you see something inscribed. What languages do you speak, Dardus?
Uh, common and draconic. That's all I got.
You see something written in a foreign language.
Think we're finding out what that scripture says.
I look over. I can read halfling. Can I read it?
It is not halfling.
Okay.
Halfling of the fire plane. That would be cool.
Well,
I
do
speak
the
primordial.
Ooh.
If it's one of the elemental languages, then I can read it.
Would you like to come examine and see if it's primordial?
Sure. Alright, I was going to look at the Stargate, but
How dare you try and look at the Stargate? We need you to read this book for us.
same.
If you want, we can go to you next to examine what's going on over there. But this is in fact in primordial.
Hey, there we go.
oh. So it says, what is that?
You read in primordial in the dialect of Ignin.
Ooh.
Outsiders who wish to enter the city of brass must face our trial and appease the flame with offerings. To be baptized in heat, give of life to fuel our fires, yet still the fire will call for more. Once you are blessed by flame, take our teachings and learn our laws. This offering is not to be given to the fire, but passed on to those who desire it. Then take the offering of those you teach and return it to the fire as payment for what you have learned.
So in summary, I think this wants us to murder one of us and then go.
No, we gotta
be
cut off
Mormons.
Roxy's arm.
What?
We gotta cut off Roxy's arm so she's ready for her flame hand.
I mean, that's fair.
All right, I get the bone saw out.
Wait, let's find that part first. I mean, I'm all for it. That'd be pretty badass
What
to
it-
see where the flame
wait.
are, but
Wait. Never mind.
what? What's wrong?
What if it's a flaming dick?
Not opposed.
That, like a tingling sensation.
I mean,
Right?
some might be into that. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge people.
A little bit.
Pretty sure fiery sensations on your dick is like generally a bad thing.
Usually, that's what I was
It
told.
mentions a trial, so maybe it starts with the console over against the wall with the big X altar thing.
Hmm.
Are you referring to this?
Yes.
Darius, while you were over there, that's not an X altar. That was actually a table with some boxes on it.
Mm.
And the Stargate was another crystallized console like you saw up above.
Hmm.
And I'll haul over a carbine. Hey, smart guy, there's one of these console thingies over here.
Carmine took a look. Well, at least he recognizes I'm smart. He'll come over.
Ooh, handcuffs. That could be fun.
Hmm.
That is the log that he finds on this console.
So the folks in the city of Brass were able to successfully create nuclear fusion. So that's fun.
What can I say? You're surrounded by fire most of the time. You learn to harness it.
Yeah, makes sense.
What are people? Anything else you guys might want to do or check out?
I gotta go check out that other statue, looking between the fact that one looks, I guess, more scholarly in a way. Like, what does this one look more to be?
This one, same materials, same, not necessarily human, but humanoid features of the other one. Not holding anything, but has their hand just kind of stretched out. You can't see in the hand. The statue is about roughly 15-ish feet up, as is was the other statue.
Hmm.
Reach my hand out and put my hand on its hand.
Uh, unless you fly up there, you cannot. It's too high.
Oh, it's okay.
It's like 15-ish feet up.
Oh, I've reached my hand up and then I realized.
I would boost you up there, but I think it might be a stretch.
Actually, I have a question.
No.
Okay.
No. What's a question?
So, this statue has not been touched, presumably, in a long time. Statues usually made of metals like this corrode and or darken, especially in certain places. So you have a lot of famous statues that are very dark in many places, except for specific parts. There are statues of dogs that people rub the head all the time, so the head is still very shiny and brassy, but everything else is tarnished. Does the statue itself look uniform in color?
Yes, it definitely looks a uniform in color. It looks like if there was anything disturbing in a particular spot on the statue, it's not immediately noticeable.
Yeah, there's not any more wear on any one part of it that we can see.
Not as far as you can tell just from a preliminary glance, no.
Sure.
Actually, I had more magma-y stuff for this room.
Oh, burbly.
There we go. Yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly.
I gotta
What's
have
up
a little
with
bit
these
of
doors?
It looks like a giant metal closed door. There's no obvious lock or handle on it.
Hmm.
If you guys would like some semblance of a hint, you could ask Vale, who's still eagerly examining the ball. You could also check out anything else in the room that strikes your interest that you haven't yet.
Kind of curious about the boxes on the table.
Okay. You try to open them?
I mean, yeah, might as well. Like, seems like it might be a key piece of what's going on in here.
They seem to be locked.
Don't suppose anyone knows how to give me a lock or...
I do. Is there any sort of obvious keyhole or anything like that?
Yeah, there's like a hole for like a mechanism of some kind that you could fiddle with.
Okay, I will attempt to pull out my thieves' tools and attempt to unlock it.
Go ahead and make that roll.
Damn!
Whoa. Dart, as you turn to call Karthos over, you don't see him. You turn back to the box. He's already got it open and looking inside of it.
How the fuck did you... What the fuck?
Like, just both of them open. Just he's all up in there.
I said something about
Really
lock.
quite simple. A child could unlock this. It's not that difficult.
Could you teach me to do that? That was... I didn't even fucking see you.
Like the wind, he was
Magic?
gone and then he was there. There is a couple of things in each of these chests. There is combined 200 of their what you've determined is local currency, which they use as electrum. So there's 200 electrum,
Electrum coin.
which Carmen says you guys could trade in 2 gold for 1 electrum back at the Archivium. And there are also 2 items, 1 in each of the containers. One looks like a kind of odd apparatus that looks like it might cling to one's forearm with like a slot to place something. And the other looks like a pendant, almost sun-like, with a gem in the middle.
Can any of the nerd types use the identify spell?
Nerd types.
I see the arm thing. I'm like, Roxy, we have an arm thing.
Arm thing. I come running over.
Potential flame arm. Potential
We're-
flame arm.
I think we might be missing a piece, but we've got an arm thing.
I'll say between Vel and Feline, you guys have enough identifies and magical mumbo jumbo to identify these 2 objects over the course of 10 minutes. Here is the first object item, and here is the second.
Woo! That is cool.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Gentron, you're placing a seed into the ball?
Yeah, I'm just tossing it in there.
Okay.
Kicks off the whole thing immediately.
I'm just very curious.
The glowiness. Ooh.
Uh,
Pendant of pretty, more like.
It is pretty.
okay, yeah, you put, where's your token?
Uh-oh.
There you are. Yeah, you put the seed in. Immediately, once it touches the brass, fire erupts and consumes the seed.
Huh.
And once you do, you feel a rumbling. And as the offering erupts, in Carthus a tum-tum, but also you hear the grinding of gears and ancient machinery heard throughout the platform. Along the walls, you see crevices open and lava flows at an alarming rate.
I made a mistake.
What fuck?
As that lava begins to pool over the platform.
I made a mistake.
Could everyone roll their initiative, please?
This is how we die.
I fucking grabbed the
Wanted to
pendant.
know.
I mean,
And this
that's
is how
a
the party
logical
TPK.
move for us, especially with rising fire.
Alright,
I
grab
just
it.
wanted to know.
Grab it. I am holding it.
Alright,
Sorry.
alright.
No,
don't
it's
be sorry.
beautiful. It's goddamn beautiful. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? What'd you do?
Look, the ball asked for an offering and you gave one.
And now it's
Sorry.
taking everything else. I mean, oh no, what a terrible thing.
I know, right? How
Don't
awful.
mind that. So at the start of the turn, you all hear this mechanism go and you look around. Some of you may or may not have seen to put the offering in. Some of you may have, I'll leave that up to you if you did. But you do see pretty immediately as lava starts to pour over the edge of the platform.
Oh god.
I hate that.
Yantrana,
Ah.
what would you like to do?
At this moment, I'm very glad you gave me Lung Strider.
Yeah, where's the
Fuck.
long strider for the rest of us?
You can make any. I'll let you do any kind of skill check you want to make per turn. So if there's anything you want to try to roll to determine, you can, and then you'll have a move action. Any other miscellaneous feature you want to do, that would take an action, and then that would be your turn.
How would you like to incinerate today?
Yeah, that's kind of the question, isn't it? Our teachings and learn our laws. Okay. Where was the sorry, I left for a second. Where was the crystal that was telling us stuff?
Carmine
That
was
one-
reading it over here.
Okay.
I believe you should have that pop out. That was this one.
Yes, I was reading that one, yes. God fucking damn it. Okay. This is kind of lame. I don't even know what I can do here. Sorry.
You can make a skill check. I'll allow you to do in either intelligence or anything like that to try to determine what you might need to do if you like.
I would love to do like an intelligence check to figure out what the next step in that is.
All right,
I'm
go
not.
right. Go right ahead.
Woohoo! I'm smart.
Unfortunately, a 6 is not a lot to work with.
I don't have a fucking clue. I go, look out, there's lava!
Oh shit!
Oh fuck. And I guess I just stay where I am. I'm at the highest point in the room, aren't
You are at the highest spot in the room, yes.
I? I'm just gonna stay there and be like, get away! Get away from the walls! And I think that's all I've got right now.
Arthos, anything particular you would like to do on this fine day?
I have no idea, so I will do that intelligence check to try and figure out what to do. How's an 11 do me?
With 11, you're mostly caught to speed. What seems like you would know that in trying to put a seed into the bowl erupted in fire. And that seemed to start this thing. With intelligence, you're not sure of the exact correlation, but perhaps it's tied to the inscription in Ignin and what is being asked for.
Yeah, I'll run, I'll use a bonus action to dash. So that I can get over here. And I'll pull out one of my real daggers, or I've got a short sword, and I'll slice open my hand and bleed into the thing.
Okay. You bleed into the brazier. The blood hits the brass bowl, and as it touches immediately, fire erupts and consumes your blood.
Does
It doesn't.
the lava?
The lava seems to still be flowing as is, but make a perception check. The lava is still flowing, but as it's getting closer, you were over here before, so you're already been sweating bullets, but you don't feel as hot now.
Okay, time to murder someone and bleed their carcass on the bowl.
Is that
I
your
think
turn?
we all have to offer something.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn. What damage did I take?
I'll just say it was just a 1 damage. That's it. Just a quick cut, but big enough of a cut to bleed.
Egad, I'm less than my hit point maximum. What fresh hell is this?
Oh no.
The horror. Devonius, what would you like to do?
I was hearing that we'll have to give some blood to the bowl.
I don't know, I gave a seed and it worked.
Getting up there with that 40 movement speed thing, the long stride, and same thing. Cut my arm and bleeding into the bowl.
Okay. Blood drops into the bowl. Fire erupts and consumes the blood. It doesn't feel as hot. Is that your turn?
I mean, the other option is to like be standing on the bowl, I guess, when it goes up in fire, because then you baptize in flame, or take a dip in the lava. You know, that could work too.
I'm not standing in lava. That is the craziest shit I've ever heard magic-wise or not.
I'm just telling you what it says.
That is me.
All right. Flynn, I know you've been sending rolls. If you are available to, would you like to roll contribute, or are you indisposed? Give you a minute. Have a minute, you can all enjoy the bubbling magma.
Bubbling magma. At the same time, that researcher's tablet, fucking amazing. There's gonna be a lot of spellcasters fighting for that. Just a casual day. Talk to an ancient red dragon. Yeah.
Not see that he's
Allegedly.
typing in any chat.
Alright, we'll move along then. Roxy?
Can I make an intelligence check to be like, why are you guys cutting yourselves?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a free.
It's the
roll,
cool
right?
thing to do.
Yeah, it's a free
Okay.
thing.
Then I would like to
Peer
take a bonus
pressure.
action and cast guidance upon myself, and I'm gonna also use a knowledge from a past life, where I remember being a scientist who studied magma and rocks and was really into this shit. History or just straight up intelligence? How about the pa? 15 plus a D4 and a D6 is 22.
D4 and a D6.
Yes, guidance and knowledge from a past life.
Yeah, with that, it was a 26. You, as they're offering up bloods and seeds, you focus on the part to be baptized in heat, give of life to fuel our fires. You don't come up with a scientist who focused on rock or magma, but you do think of someone who dealt in organic life and dealt with living things, and then perhaps things that might be deemed organic is what it's looking for.
Okay.
As in life.
Excellent. Then I'm going to whip out my broom of flying. I say sweep, and I fly over to hover above the near, not like right above, but like up near the bowl, and I'm gonna fish into my bag and pull out the fey flowers that I got so long ago. Like the bouquet of fey flowers that I received at the party, at the elven party, and I'll drop those in.
Alright, you drop the flowers in. They erupt in flame. Due to the nature of being fey flowers, you also see like a puff of magical dust. You think perhaps, oh shit, did something magical unleash? Are these about to blow up? Have I been holding on to these bomb-like flowers for so long and now they're gonna erupt in our face? But no, nothing.
Hour on the broom, shaking, cringing, screaming, crying, throwing up. And I was over here, so I'm so I can be my full. So I'll go the additional 15 feet up above whatever this thing is. So I'm 15 feet up from the top of that thing.
Okay.
I don't know how high that puts me, but yeah.
Takes in the vomit and incinerates it.
Is that your turn?
That'll be me. Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am. Up in the air.
That is fine.
Is it still
Room 5.
still feeling hot for her? Question mark.
It is not still feeling hot for her anymore.
Oh.
But as we get to top, even though things feel a bit more comfortable, the lava is still flowing. The rest of the group, yeah, seeing what you guys are doing, they kind of run up and also do the same thing so as not to get burninated by lava.
Incineration.
As will the others who have joined this merry band.
Somebody falls in
As
and
you
just
all-
vaporizes right down his body. Oh my god!
Linda pushes Valen by accident, she just erupts into flame.
Yeah!
No!
Oh no, that'd be terrifying.
I mean, I
Thank you,
did
thank
say
you.
the indentation meant we had to murder one of our own.
Kinda think what we
No,
didn't
sure,
have
I
to...
didn't.
Their laws. What does that mean? Learn their laws.
I think we're about to
Maybe
find
like
out.
give them the wizard, but toss the wizard in.
What? I didn't consider what would happen. What I would do if one of you just decided to jump in. Ball. That would probably be bad.
That would be really fucking bad.
Please appreciate my restraint that Gentrana's first thought was put her foot in there.
No.
And I was like, babe, don't!
I would have cried. We would turn around and she'd be
Girl,
missing a
don't do
leg.
it.
God. Gentrana, speaking of,
Oh god.
everyone has found your lead of putting stuff in the bowl. The lava's still coming, but it doesn't feel as oppressively hot as it did before.
I would like to grab my head in a traditional thinking pose and think
Okay.
very hard about what fucking laws we're supposed to be learning right now. I don't know what else to
Okay.
do.
Well, if you want to make an intelligence check or even like an investigation or history based on trying to recall something else from the riddle, or I would also allow a perception check to try to look around and see if anything stands out.
God, you're so kind.
It's either that or you'll die in melting lava.
You would love. Evil man.
Right. So, presumably, if the riddle is to be followed by your rough translations, well, not rough translations, but rough understanding of what it's asking, if you've already added life to fuel the fires and been baptized in heat, presumably, next thing to do is to take our teachings and learn our laws. You look around, and the most noticeably learning the law teaching-based thing you would presume is the statue with the book, which is already being covered in lava.
That's what I thought. Fuck. But I was looking at him earlier.
Mm-hmm. I'll say with a 22 investigation, you remember you saw the statue, and you also saw like the stone archway. There was a tiny table at the foot of the statue. There was nothing on the table, but you remember it was there. And right now, that table would be covered in the lava, as would about the knees up of the statue as the lava is flowing forwards.
Am I able to jump up onto the book? How high is it?
The book is roughly 15-ish feet up.
I don't know how high I can jump.
Not
Not
50,
high.
I don't think 50. Oh god, jump. Nate, where's that jumping calculator you have?
Hold on, I got it. I wrote all this down on my
The
first one.
most useful D&D link that you can have, the jump calculator.
Gosh darn jump
It
calculator.
sounds like a joke. It's not. It is.
No,
useful.
I know because jumping rules are not something I know offhand.
I've got an 11-foot long jump with a 10-foot running start.
So I mean, that's more like jumping forward. So you could jump forwards that
Yeah,
much,
I'm
but that's
not close enough to jump from the platform. Okay.
no.
Okay. So it's coming around the front of that statue, you said?
Yeah, it's like heading in this direction. It's covered the foot. Yeah, it's covered that table I mentioned earlier and up to like roughly the knees of the statue.
Maybe if I throw some good berries at it.
Got the statue?
Yeah, that'll definitely work. That'll help.
That always
I'm
helps.
stalling for time. You may have noticed.
What?
Good berries.
Is that your final answer? You would like to throw good berries?
No.
Okay. All right. You know, hey, I don't know.
I was looking at what resources I have at my disposal, and I was like, "Oh, fucking good! I got some fucking good berries I can use. That's great."
They are good.
Okay. They're very useful. Not here. God damn it. I think the next step has something to do with that book over there. I can't get to it.
I can
That's all I
fly
got.
over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Unless-
the one with flight can help out here.
All right. Unless you had anything else, we'll move on to you, Karthos. Is there anything you would like to add on to that or follow up with?
I apparently have a rope of climbing.
Oh.
So I would like to send, as a bonus action, I can send it out. And so I'm going to send it so that it is above the... Because it can just, like, hang in a spot and I could then climb across it, right?
I think it needs to anchor something before it can support you, but
Could you link the item? Does it like anchor in air, or does it have to anchor to an object?